Hello. Well, good morning. Hope you all are doing well. This is an absolutely amazing day, and I'm so excited that you have chosen to share this with us. My name is Shawn Heilbron. I am the Director of Athletics, and all I can say is, wow. This is an amazing event and an opportunity to celebrate not just Stony Brook Athletics, but Stony Brook University. So thank you for being here. This is truly a special day for all of us. I do want to acknowledge some individuals who have provided leadership to make this possible, and they are here today with us. So certainly we will talk more about some of these people in a bit, but first have to acknowledge our president, Dr. Sam Stanley. Want to acknowledge all the members of the University Council who are here with us, who provide tremendous leadership to our campus. Thank you for being here. The members of the Stony Brook Council who play such a pivotal role in Stony Brook, we thank you for your presence today. A gentleman we will definitely be speaking about shortly, but we are thrilled that he is here with us, Senator Ken LaValle. And we want to thank all the other elected officials who have joined us today and who have supported us, not just in this endeavor, but through so many here at Stony Brook. Thank you for being here today. Yes, we need to give them a round of applause. We also want to acknowledge Senior Vice President for Advancement, Dexter Bailey, for joining us today and helping provide leadership. And to Vice President Elaine Crossan and her government relations team that do such a fantastic job for us. We thank you, Elaine, and your staff for all you do. We're also pleased to have Commissioner Amy Huchthausen and Associate Commissioner Frank Sullivan from the America East Conference here with us today. Thank you so much for joining us. All of our season ticket holders, donors, fans, and supporters who are going to get to be the beneficiaries of this incredible building, thank you for being here. And most importantly, our coaches and student athletes who have waited patiently for this building to get here. And it's here, and it's exciting. We get to use this, so thank you very much for your support throughout this. We are here to create first-class experiences. That is what we do. And everything that we do is to positively transform the life of each student athlete. That's our vision. I think we're living up to that vision with the opening of this building. This is first class. Our student athletes who are here today are going to have the opportunity to experience this and experience a home court environment and a first class experience of competing, training, learning in a building that, quite honestly, will be the envy of not only our conference peers, but many across the country. New buildings make statements. They are symbols of progress and vision. I think we have made quite a statement with Stony Brook Arena today. You know, this arena is much more than a home for our men's and women's basketball teams. While they do start practice today and will compete November 14th and 15th to open this building, this is really about what this means for Stony Brook, for the community, and for Long Island. I hope that all the people on Long Island will come and experience this building, whether it's attending a Seawolves game, a concert, or any other event that will take place within these walls. This is for you, and this is a source of pride that all the citizens of Long Island can appreciate and enjoy. You know, this building is a culmination of a tremendous team effort. Nothing happens on the court, nothing happens in life without great teamwork, and so we certainly would not be here today were it not for some tremendous partners, and I'd like to acknowledge them right now, and many of them are here today. Our architectural design team from Populous, led by Jim Swords and Norman Friedman. Thank you very much. Our local architectural team from NK Architects, led by Paul Drago and Roger Stein. Thank you very much. Phase one, this incredible bowl, this is amazing. When you walk in here, I don't know about you, but I get goosebumps. And we had some tremendous partners from Fortunato Sons, led by Barney Fortunato Jr. and project manager Joe Trotta. And phase two that you'll get an opportunity to see later. Tremendous addition to this arena project. And our friends from VRD Contracting, led by Mark Foster, Joe Vivinetti, and Chris Holland, who are here today. Thank you for being here. And certainly to coordinate all of that, because you have to have great team members right here at Stony Brook to help do all of that. We're very fortunate to have some of the best that I've ever been around, and they're here with us today. Senior Vice President Barbara Chernow, Assistant Vice President Lou Rispoli, and Project Manager Marty Ryan. Thank you so much for your leadership to bring this to reality. And then I have to tell you, I am fortunate to work with some of the best people in the business, and that is a phrase that gets put out there a lot. But at Stony Brook, great things have happened because we have great people. And this truly is about where we're going. And I'm very fortunate to have a team that saw this from start to finish and provided tremendous leadership. So I'd like to acknowledge Donna Woodruff, Adam McLeod, and Jake Gibson for their work as part of our athletic staff. Thank you. You know, this building is emblematic of where Stony Brook is going. We're going places. We are going to the big time. And this building says that's where we are. As an athletic director, you can't take those steps forward without tremendous leadership. And in President Sam Stanley, we have not only a tremendous leader, but a true visionary and a champion of athletics. And he understands that athletics, it's about much more than wins and losses. This is about transforming students' lives. This is about marketing the university. And this is about providing experiences that you cannot get other than to compete at the athletics realm. And so it is a great pleasure to introduce him. I could not ask for a better boss to work for, and I don't think Stony Brook could ask for a better president. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Sam Stanley.
So thank you so much, Shawn, and hello, Seawolves Nation. What a great day today. This is an incredible day. It marks the end of this two-phase renovation for Stony Brook University Arena, and it's really a day to celebrate, as Shawn said, because this is such a critical facility for athletics as the home of our men's and women's basketball teams. It's also going to be, though, a great venue for other events, concerts for our students, events for the community. All of these things are going to take place at this arena, and it really is going to be a signature destination, I think, not only for Stony Brook University, but for Long Island and this region. And I want to thank everyone, as we have this ribbon cutting today, everyone who contributed to this project and helped make it possible. I think none of this would be possible, of course, without having champions in the legislature who really made this project go forward. And I want to begin by thanking them. And again, I'm going to add my thanks to Senator Ken LaValle. Your support for SUNY and for Stony Brook is absolutely unwavering. And I think we owe you a debt of gratitude for once again championing another critical project at Stony Brook University. Thank you from all of us at Stony Brook and for all you do for Long Island and the state. Thank you. Senator John Flanagan, your support has been absolutely instrumental in moving this university forward. We're so grateful for everything you do, and we're so proud to have you as our advocate in Albany. Thank you so much. Assemblyman Steve Engelbright, thanks to you for your tireless support of Stony Brook University. I'm grateful for all the work you do in the Assembly for us, not only for Stony Brook, of course, but for this region and Long Island. Thank you so much again. We have some other elected officials that I want to acknowledge as well who have been tremendous contributors to this project. Fred Thiel, I don't know if Fred has made it yet. He was on the schedule to come. Assemblyman, a powerful supporter of our Southampton campus and a great supporter of the university. Let's applaud Fred for his support. Someone who's right here in the front row, one of my good friends, again, a strong supporter of the university and someone who's always here for us, Assemblyman Mike Fitzpatrick. Mike, welcome. Suffolk County Legislator Kara Hahn, she's here today, decked in Stony Brook t-shirt that, gets extra points right there. Great supporter of the university. Kara, thank you so much. Brookhaven Councilwoman Valerie Cartwright. Valerie, always great to see you. Thank you so much for representing our district so well. And a new member of the Suffolk County Legislature, who we know is going to be a great supporter of Stony Brook as well. Please join me in welcoming the representative for the 13th District, Robert Trotta. Robert, thank you for coming today. Shawn alluded earlier to the Stony Brook Council, a group of people who are incredibly important in supporting this university, and I want to acknowledge some members of the council who are here today. First, I hope you don't mind me saying this, Lou. Just having recently celebrated his 90th birthday, member of the Stony Brook Council, Coach Lou Howard. Lou. Is Christopher on here? Chris didn't make it. Another new member of the Stony Brook Council, though, and we're very glad that he's joined the council. And last but certainly not least, the Stony Brook Council's chair, Stony Brook University alum, President and CEO of the Long Island Association, my dear friend Kevin Law. Kevin, thank you. So I want to add to my thanks all of the alumni and friends and corporate sponsors whose donations help support the renovation of the arena. And I'm grateful, as Shawn was, for those who played a role in the renovation of the facility. And again, I particularly want to thank Barbara Chernow, and I also want to thank Shawn and all of the athletic team folks who helped put this thing together. Again, please join me in thanking them. And finally, we're going to be playing basketball in the America East Conference, and as Shawn said, the commissioner of the America East is here today. I happen to think she's the best commissioner in NCAA sports right now. That's just my opinion, but that's what I think. Amy Huckhausen. Amy, thank you again. So I'm going to wrap up, but I want to return to the concept of home. This is going to be the home of Seawolves basketball. And I know we're going to make it into the premier destination for NCAA basketball on Long Island, and eventually, why not, New York City, New York region. Why not, right? Why shouldn't this be the place where people come to see NCAA basketball, right? But to have that success, we're going to have to make this place what Pritchard was before, a place where no opponent wants to come play. How good were we at our house over the past 5 years? Men's basketball under Coach Steve Peichel were 55-14 over the past 5 years at home. Yeah. Winning nearly 80% of their games over the past 5 years, ranking in the top 100 of all NCAA teams nationally in home game winning percentage. So that's very impressive. And our women, now under Coach Carolyn McCombs, went 20-8 over the past 2 years. So they made this their house too. So yeah. So to all you Seawolves fans, I want you to enjoy the Globetrotters tomorrow. That's going to be great. But I want you to save your lungs for our home openers and for every game this season, as we make sure that everyone knows that this is the home of the Stony Brook Seawolves. I now say to visiting teams, and I quote Dante, "Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. This is our house." Thank you. Shawn.
It's not every day that you open a new building and hear a quote from Dante, but that's what makes Stony Brook great. And I could not agree more with that quote. Thank you, President Stanley. We talk about champions, and we talk about a team coming together to make great things happen. And one of the things that I've quickly learned at Stony Brook is that we have an amazing team of advocates in our elected officials who tirelessly work, not just on behalf of Stony Brook, but for higher education and for the people of Long Island and New York. And they work very hard to do the right thing for all of us. And when I met this particular gentleman and had an opportunity to talk to him, I had heard about all that he had done, the hundreds of millions of dollars he had helped secure for Stony Brook University, the more than $20 million he helped secure for this building to make it a reality. But when I had an opportunity to talk to him and understand what drives him to do what he does, it truly is for the people. And it is for our students, not just at Stony Brook, but in the state of New York. His efforts have helped transform our campus. It has helped put Stony Brook in a position to become one of the world's top public institutions. We are a very prominent research institution, thanks in large part to this man's efforts. It's not every day that you have an advocate like this who has adopted our university in such a profound way, but he has done that, and we are certainly better as a result. This arena that we're in right now, it is first class. And as it says, it's the home of the Seawolves. This is our moment. And this is a tremendous moment. And we are going to have many more to come, because where we're going is even more exciting than where we are right now. But it is going to be because of this man's partnership that we are going to continue to make those strides forward. So we want to thank all of our elected officials for what you do. And I am pleased at this time to welcome our champion, the man whose efforts made this building possible, Senator Ken LaValle.
Thank you, Shawn. It's great to be on a team that makes us part of the Stony Brook family, and we as electeds do feel that we're part of this family. We take, locally, we take Stony Brook for granted in so many ways, but we are part of a very elite group of universities called the AAU. 64 of the most elite schools in this country. So if you are part of this group, some of them have been around a long, long time. They've had opportunities to grow and mature as a university and build various facilities. So I remember when we dedicated the rec building. It took a long time and adding more dollars to achieve it. But what was critically important about that building, as well as this building and every other building at the university, is that we have to be competitive with our peer institutions. So when students, we're attracting the best and brightest students in the country. And we are because we can compete with the other 63 institutions in terms of our facilities and our programs. So today we're talking about athletics. When our potential players are looking at this university to play basketball, men and women, they will look at this beautiful arena. This arena will embrace them and say, you are going to be a sea wolf. What's a sea wolf? Okay, and they will be saying that by the time they get to the top of the stairs. So it's all about providing and being relevant for the students to want to come here, the faculty to want to teach here, and be a great university. I could tell you that the elected officials are part of this family, a part of the team. Senator Flanagan, Assemblyman Engelbright, Assemblyman Fitzpatrick, we're all part of a team. And we give, all of us, 100% because we too are sea wolves. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator LaValle. Well, we are going to be playing basketball in this building shortly. And we have our men's and women's student athletes in the front row who will get to take the court for real November 14th and 15th. And that tip-off weekend, as President Stanley said, that's when we need you. We need the community to get your tickets, come in here, be loud, and make this arena a true home court atmosphere. Our student athletes deserve nothing less. So our coaches who will be guiding our student athletes into the first year of the arena are tremendous teachers, they're tremendous people, and we're very excited to have our first year women's basketball coach, Caroline McCombs, here, and our 10th year men's basketball coach, Steve Peichel. And it's pretty amazing when you look at transformation, and we talk a lot about where Stony Brook has come. Well, look no further than our men's basketball program to truly see how far we have come. Steve, your first year, as I'm sure you remember, you won 4 games. Your first 3 years combined, you won 20. The last 3 years, the men's basketball team has won 70 games. Our men's and women's basketball programs, they're going one place, to the top. And we have 2 great coaches to take them there, and it's my privilege and pleasure right now to introduce our men's basketball coach, Steve Peichel.
Wow, how about that reminder? 4 wins my first year. I think everyone needs to leave, and we need to have double sessions of practice. What a great day. I'm so honored, first and foremost, to be the head coach here at this great university. I came here 10 years ago. I had jet black hair. I had a lot of it. So times have certainly changed. And I remember, talking to my first team. We had a lot of 5'7" guys on the team. Not good for basketball, as anyone knows. And we talked about building the program brick by brick. And at halftime of our first game, after shooting 19% from the floor and shooting more bricks than I've ever seen in my coaching life, I said, hey guys, we don't have to build this arena today. Okay? So they really took what I was saying to heart, the brick by brick. But this surely has been built by a lot of people, brick by brick. And what I'm most excited about is this arena truly reflects our university. We're young, we're world class, we're exciting, we're high tech, and obviously, if anyone spent any time in Pritchard Gymnasium in July, we are air conditioned. I speak here on behalf of the men's and women's basketball team. Coach McCombs, who's done a great job in a short period of time, with her staff. They decided they picked age over beauty to speak. And so when I speak, today, I speak on behalf of both programs and let everyone know that this is truly, a game changer for us, for our programs. When you recruit a 17-year-old and you bring them into an arena, you can tell them all the great things about all the things going on here at the university, but if they truly love sports and they truly love their sport, they see the arena. And this arena now makes a statement that men's and women's basketball are here. We're here loud and we're here proud. And I'm just so thankful that I have student athletes, and I know on the women's side, I see how hard the women are working and what a great job Coach is going to do with her team and her program. And I'm only so excited about where we can go, with both our programs in the next few years. So it's truly, truly an honor here today. There's a few more people that I'm really excited for. I'm excited for the best band in America to be able to be able to play in an arena that suits their abilities. They're world class, and they're exciting, and they're young, and I look forward to making this our home. Shayna, who's our director right there, and is John Letty here too, our former band director, just great people, and what a great job their program has grown just the way our program's grown. Also, the best cheerleaders and dance teams in the country. They're here too today. It's going to be a great venue for them to showcase their abilities. I'm excited. I live in the community. I live a half-mile from here. The community gets an opportunity now to come to concerts and Globetrotters and sporting events and get to watch events that we could never host in the past. So I'm very excited for our community, the Three Village Suffolk community, to get to experience a first-class venue. And yes, we can do things in July now. It won't be 1,000 degrees. For President Stanley, I'm excited for him. I think graduation day in Pritchard, he lost 17 pounds every May and June. He gets to host graduation here in a first-class venue with first-class students, and truly a venue that fits this university. So I'm thankful for that. To our fans and our season ticket holders, I hope this will now be the last email that I get from a season ticket holder complaining about back problems. I think the only people today that are not happy are the Long Island chiropractors who used to line up after our games handing out business cards. So I'm thankful. No more emails. These seats are great. No more back problems. But mostly, you know, I'm thankful for the leadership of this university. Basketball programs, and I've been fortunate. I worked at Yale University. I worked at the University of Connecticut. I worked at George Washington University, some great universities, some of them over 300 years old. I realize more than anyone, great leadership builds great universities. We're so lucky. President Stanley took over this position in a tough economic time, in a tough time at all universities, budget cuts, work cuts, and all President Stanley has been able to accomplish is continue moving forward this university at an unbelievable pace. We're opening new buildings, our enrollment's off the charts, our university is heading in places that are so exciting to me, and I tell every recruit that comes here, I said, buy stock now, you will not be able to afford it in 10 years. And this truly is a reflection of great leadership and great vision. When I first took over my program, 5'7" center, 5'3" point guard, some players that were not very talented, I had a vision of where we could be with basketball. And now our basketball team graduates kids. We're 1,000% academic progress rate. We graduate from a great university. We win games. We compete against the best. And 10 years ago, that was not possible. The vision President Stanley has brought to our university makes unbelievable the potential of what we can do as a university. So I'm so excited and thankful for his leadership. Without his leadership, our basketball program isn't a top 100. Our women's program isn't a top 100. And where we want to be under his vision is higher than that. So thankful for his leadership. Senator LaValle, 20 years ago probably, to this date, stepped up and said Stony Brook needs to be Division I. You can only imagine the emails that he got. Was there emails back in those days? And so the phone calls that he got. He didn't get any texts. But 20 years ago today, it takes a strong man to step up. That wasn't the norm back then. There were probably a lot of people that didn't want us to go in this direction. And he had the vision for a Division I program, one that wins games, wins championships, represents the community. And for his vision and his leadership, we wouldn't have any of this. So I'm very thankful, Senator LaValle, and I love how he helps me recruit all the time. So thank you, Senator LaValle. We now have a great new leader. Shawn has been here for 6 months. He's an awesome athletic director with a vision that we can continue to move forward. all of our programs. And I'm very proud to be working for him. His leadership is off the charts. So we've really, three people that understand and want what's best for student athletes, the student athlete experience. And so proud to have you here today, arm in arm, as we cut down some nets. So thank you, Shawn, and we look forward to great years ahead under your leadership. Donna Woodruff told me I had a 3-minute media timeout, so I was done 2 minutes ago, but this is 10 years in the waiting for this building to be built. There's so many people here. I can't introduce everyone. I think most of you have been introduced anyways by the first few speakers, but I'm most proud, to be head coach, and I can promise you our program will continue to represent this university with class and with dignity, and continue the mission that our president and our senator and our athletic director have put forward. First-class student-athlete experience as we continue to compete for league championships, continue to raise this university to new heights. And I look forward to everyone, in this arena right now to cutting down the nets with us very shortly. Thank you very much for having me, and thank you for coming today.
Thank you, Steve. You'll notice that there was ample room left for banners to be raised, so we're looking forward to that. Steve mentioned it. I talk about it all the time. We are here to serve our student athletes. That is the reason that we do what we do. Everyone that's down here, we serve, or else we wouldn't be in this business. Every day, we come to work and make decisions based upon what's best for our student athletes. And our goal is to make your experience at Stony Brook the best that it can possibly be. In this arena, it is one step in that process. So it's only fitting that we conclude our formal program by hearing from one of our student athletes. And this particular one is somebody who, she just makes me happy. She always has a smile on her face. She's always laughing. And she has a wonderful energy about her. And she's a really, really good basketball player. So it's my privilege right now to bring up our redshirt junior from Greensboro, North Carolina, the always positive Miss Miranda Jenkins.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be honored to represent our men's and women's basketball team. I just want to first just thank Shawn for giving me this opportunity and Donna for giving me this opportunity to speak on behalf of them. They've done a lot for us, and we appreciate it so much. And to President Stanley, he's a huge basketball fan. I always see him at our games. You are greatly appreciative for us, and we appreciate you a lot. And to Senator LaValle, you've been a great support for us too, and we appreciate you a lot. And to all the rest of the donors who are here today, we appreciate you so much. And also the new dean of students, Tim Eklund, who we got to be introduced to in the weight room. He's also someone I want to mention, and also the previous one, Gerald Stein, who's been here for 38 years, who served a lot for us, and I don't want his recognition to be unnoticed, so I want to thank him as well. When I first came to Stony Brook, I was a little nervous coming from Greensboro, North Carolina, just a young country girl, had never been up north, didn't know what it would be like to be in New York. So it was a great opportunity for me to change and to know how it feels. And this university, when you come to a university that cares and understands, it makes the experience even better. And I know that I've learned a lot since I've been here. I've created great relationships with my teammates, my coaches over the past few years. Also the staff here, the student body, y'all all have made it feel like home away from home, so I'm greatly appreciative for that. As I look back at Stony Brook throughout the years that I've been here, it's amazing to see how much the athletic program has grown. I know my first year here, we only won 4 games, and the fan base was small then, but as each year went by, the fan base grew. My sophomore year, we won 14 games, and we had the biggest turnaround in the country, so I think that's a huge accomplishment. My junior year, which was an amazing year, which was last year, we won 24 games, with having the best women's basketball school history record that has ever happened here, and I think that's another accomplishment. And we also was able to beat Albany's 38-game winning streak. We also was able to go to the conference championship. And we also was able to play Michigan in the WNIT, and that means a lot to our girls, and we are happy to know that we can continue to get better from here. And that all happened in Pitcher. You know, Pitcher has been a good gym for us. We created good moments there. Also for the guys teams who've hosted many conference championships there, and we're able to, it's amazing to see how much we can do in this arena, and I'm looking forward to it. And I know my girls and the guys, and I know the fans and the marching band, we appreciate you so much. You've done a lot for us. You don't understand how much energy you give us when we play. And to the fans, the cheerleaders, we appreciate you guys as well. You all give us the energy to want to continue to play, and all the fans who support us every day, and to our coaching staff, to my new coach who we are excited about, who's going to do great things for us. We truly appreciate you too as well. So I just want to thank you all for your support, your donations, and the commitment you've made to Stony Brook Athletics. We truly, truly, truly appreciate it.
Excellent job, Miranda. Thank you so much. Well, before we cut the ribbon, it's only fitting that we have an inaugural first shot. And while I volunteered, out of fear of sheer embarrassment of missing, we felt it would be best to call upon two of our best, Sabree Proctor and Jameel Warney. If I could ask you to come down. And along with, I'd also like to ask President Stanley and Senator LaValle to join Jameel and Sabree, because you have to have a great assist to make a great shot. So we are, historic moment, folks. We're ready to make those great passes. Who's going first? Sabree. Nice. Okay, first layup and the first dunk and the first two assists. Our shooting percentage is 1,000. Fantastic job. Everyone here is just glad it wasn't them. But again, we are so excited to have you here today, and thank you for joining us. And as you see, we have a rather stately looking ribbon, an oversized pair of scissors. So that can only mean one thing. And that means we are going to cut the ribbon. So I know President Stanley, again, Senator LaValle. We'd like to ask our student athletes, the men's and women's basketball team, to please join us. And now we are going to get in place to cut the ribbon.
We have a big ribbon.
That concludes our program. We would like to invite everyone to enjoy refreshments out in the lobby and come take a look at our beautiful new home. And thank you so much for joining us. Have a fantastic day, and go Seawolves!